Hey y'all, I think this is going to be my final video ever, and the reason why I say that is because I finally have a setup that I think is going to bring me for the next 2 years. It's not my final video, but not one for a really long time. Because I've been searching forever. You know that I go through phones like crazy, and I've never really found one that made my little setup complete. Like, I would love my Tab S, but I wouldn't be happy with my daily driver, or, you know, my little phone that I could bop with, I wouldn't be happy with. And it's just always a nightmare trying to find a setup that really works good for me. Because, you know, at work, I only get service in like one little corner of my office. But luckily, because I have Samsung's unlocked international version of the Tab S with a phone in it, I can use that as a hotspot. And because Metro PCS doesn't limit my hotspot usage, I put that in the corner of my office. Then I use my ZTE, which never gets hot and has unbelievable battery life, but is ugly. No offense, kind of ugly. So I always want a really great phone that I can, you know, kind of hold like the ZTE, because I love my tablet with a phone, and texting on it and making calls with a headset is all good, you know, but you need something that you can bop around with. And, you know, I had gotten that white Pure Life XL, whatever, by Blue. But oh my God, that phone was horrendous. I mean, it was so pretty. I felt it was anyway, and I loved that. But the display wasn't that great. It was kind of fake, you know, what's that word? Like when it's not, doesn't pop. It was kind of bland, or I forget the word, but it was that. So I still needed something that, you know, because my husband goes, and his job made him get a smartphone after like 10 years. He gave up his little Boulder. And he had a Galaxy S5, and so all the playing with it that I did, I noticed, especially on the Blue, especially, I mean, that was the most buggiest software ever. And that was its own ROM, but it just did everything. The wallpaper would change by itself. Things would just start and disappear, and it was horrible. So after playing with his for so long, setting it up, I was like, I have to have Super AMOLED. Have to. But I didn't like the S6 because of that stupid glass back, and I feel, I don't know, the S6 didn't move me. The S5 was kind of cheesy with the plastic and the fake metal rim and, you know, beautiful display, but the form factor didn't do it for me. So then I was looking at the A7 series, you know, but I was like, well, that's almost the exact same size as my Note 4 was, and I just sent that pack in, so how happy would I be with the A7 5.5 by Samsung? I didn't think that would do it for me. But then all of a sudden I started noticing, because I've been watching this phone that I'm going to show you. I know, get to it already. I will. I'm coming. But I was watching this phone since the day it came out, and I always loved it. I saw it in the store and I loved it. The gold color was just so pretty, because it wasn't gold like a cheesy gold, but it's always like a light champagne-y gold. And I've been watching it forever, and all of a sudden I just happened to check it out and saw that AT&T had dumped their stock to eBay. So they dumped all their phones to them, and they're selling them for like I got this one for $279. And so how could I beat that? I mean, when I was oogling it in the store, it was like $620 something plus tax. So let's say $650. And that was just like 6-7 months ago, I think. So I'm over the moon that I got this at such a bargain price, and it does everything that I could hope. I mean, it's beautiful, it's fast, it's got the Super AMOLED, it's the most prettiest phone, and here we go. Ta-da! Here we go. Can you see? Okay, it is the Samsung Galaxy Alpha, and I have to tell you, it is so perfect. You know, I thought that going to a 4.7-inch phone after being with such a big guy, the screen would feel so small and puny, but something about, and it's only got a 720 by 1280 resolution, but it does have 2 gigs of RAM. It does have a notification light. You can't see it right now, but it does have one. And it's got 2 gigs of RAM, and it's got a pretty fast graphics processor, and it just, you know, it flies. Now, I can't show you how it flies because I only have the one app drawer, but you know, I like that because that keeps it so simple, and I think it looks so beautiful. So I'm going to show you. And the most important thing is no fingerprints. I'm going to shut it off. Look at that. I just spit on it. Look at that. I've been using it, I don't know, 2-3 days. No fingerprints. How can you beat that? And that's not just that one. That's the same of my. Now that's got a few fingerprints, but nothing, you know, nothing bad. I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. You should see, I walk past some of my coworkers' phones at work, and it looks like a science experiment. It's disgusting. Here's my Tab S, the phone version, which I don't know if y'all know, but I went, isn't that cool? That's, whoops, that shuts it off. Hold on. Let's do this again. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to show y'all something. I think I took away one of the screens. Let's put another screen there. We'll add a screen. All right. Add a screen. Gotta add a screen. I only like one screen, but with my ganja plant, I like 2 because that way it twirls and it, well, I shut it. But anyway, so I went and got a Tab 2. These are love handles, by the way, and they are fantastic. Let me see if I have the package somewhere. Oh, I don't have a package to show y'all. Oh, yes, I do. It's like As Seen on TV. And I was looking to get these, but I was like $10, and they probably don't even work. But it turns out my store sold them, so I get my discounts. It was only $4, so I was like, I'll try one for $4. Well, let me tell you, they work fantastic. They come off, they have no residue whatsoever, but they hold so solid. I mean, that is not going anywhere. And it's so nice because you don't have to like put your whole hand. You just put a finger there and just kind of guide it, and that like helps you to hold it, but you don't have to hold it, but it's really a great grip. I have one on here too, because you know what else is so nice? Move my darling out of the way. Because if you have your phone like this, you know, and you're using it or whatever, but then all of a sudden you need your fingers, you could flip that sucker around just for a second to grab a doorknob or keys or whatever, and that thing is going nowhere. I mean, it holds. It's just unbelievable how well it holds. So that's pretty cool. But back to the start of the show. So, I don't know if you could see, but I have my beautiful wallpaper. It's all gold and silver. Can you see? It just looks so, so beautiful. Let's see if we can. Okay, let's see if we can. Well, like I say, I only got the one screen, but I have my app drawer. I've got my, nothing there, but I have my faves there, and then I have uncategorized there. It's got that super AMOLED. It's got little light gold buttons. So pretty. And the build of it, oops, even the back, I mean, like, it's a plastic back, but it's not cheesy at all. I mean, it goes right to the edge. It looks like metal. There's no way you would know it's not. And it's grippy. I mean, it doesn't have that ugly pattern. It's got a very, very fine little plus pattern. The lighting is terrible on this video. I apologize. But I put one of these on too because even though it's so easy to hold, you can never have enough grip on a phone, I think. And what I love is, like I said, you can have the phone in your hand and all of a sudden go, whoops, I gotta grab that or do that. So anyway, I have a rubber band on it right now. I know that's kind of cheesy, but I'm waiting to see if I like the plastic case that I ordered, you know, for a couple of dollars. But really, this little plastic rubber band is so cool because it, you know, the bezels, that's another thing. You know, on my Note 4, I had that thing like 3 days. And all of a sudden, I looked down, and by the plug, you know, it was all scratched. And then I started noticing other scratches because Samsung, in the Note 4, they use this shiny-ass chrome material that just scratched like crazy. But this, I don't know if you could see, is going to hold up a lot better because it's a polished brushed chrome type thing, and it's all metal, and oh my god, it's so subtle. The gold is just so subtle. It's so beautiful. So I have to tell you, I am so happy with this phone, and there's no reason that I will ever get rid of this phone. In fact, I had to resist the urge to get a second one because, you know, I do that all the time, and then they just wind up in the closet. But they make me feel good knowing that if something were to happen, I can get another one. But with the Galaxy Alpha, I'm not too afraid because I think they made a lot of them, so I'm gonna, you know, rock it for a couple of months, and if I see that they're going away, when I check to see that, you know, you can buy some, and I'm still as in love with this as I think I will be, then maybe I'll shoot for another one. But I'm not gonna prematurely jump and buy a second one, because every time I do that, like for instance, I had the Tab S forever. I mean, look at it; it looks brand new. That's my white Tab S, and I've been, you know, it's got the phone version. You can even make a video call. It's so cool. Well, I'm not calling anybody. But anyway, so, you know, like with this one, I mean, I love this phone so much. This is a warrior. I mean, the battery life, everything is just amazing. And so I had it 9 months, and it was $679 when I got it. And I've been watching this too, and I seen them come down in price, and finally it came down to $399. And I was like, that's my price, because I'm not going to take a chance that the phone version, because you can get Tab S's all over the place, but not the one with the phone. And the hotspot on this thing is so amazing. Like, I thought hotspot is a hotspot, but it's not, because you can have settings on this. Like the hotspot on this one is so amazing, because it lets you set, first of all, you can hide the device. And what I love about hiding the device, see, hide my device. Oh, I need to check that. What I love about hiding my device is that I keep my hotspot on 24 hours a day. And the battery never dies. This thing is a warrior. The battery lasts, I don't know, 10 hours of screen time or some ridiculous amount. And you can configure your hotspot so cool, because you can hide your device and set it to be just always open. But nobody can see your device, so you can always connect wherever you are. If you're in the store and you're testing a phone and you need a hotspot or whatever, you just type in the name of your tab and, you know, what you call your hotspot, and you're connected. I just love that. You don't have to go through all the problems of passwords and enabling the hotspot. I keep it on 24/7, so that's that. So, like I said, I had to get a second one, but I thought I would, you know, branch out a little bit and get the brown and gold one. And as it turns out, that's cool, because I, you know, my phone is, can you see? Wait. My phone is gold, and so together they're like a beautiful pair. So that's it. That's everything. Like I said, I don't think I'll be back for a while, because what more could I possibly tell you, except that the Alpha got such a bad rap, because when it came out, they wanted too much money. For a $300 phone, this is more than you could ever ask for. For a $650 phone, not so much. But the battery life, don't let people tell you it sucks, because I get about 6.5 hours screen time on this bad boy. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.